I assume you maybe came across Wall Street Oasis then and the Academy then. Talk to me a little bit about the decision. You had that program on campus. Talk to me about the decision of like deciding, hey, you know what, I'm gonna do more training, financial modeling, all that stuff, do the boot camps. Talk about the decision of like why come into Academy when you had obviously some pretty good resources.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing for me was that I remember when I was kind of networking my fall semester, my sophomore year, and like talking to just people in my immediate network. I was able to talk to one family friend who worked at KKR, and he had gone to Wharton, and which is obviously like the biggest target school you could possibly be.
Mhm.
And I like, talked to him, and I showed him my resume, and he said, "Yeah, like I really like pretty much like your all your resume stuff, like whatever it is, but." The only issue is that you don't have any like actual physical, like hard finance experience. And he suggested that I look at something like Wall Street Oasis. And that's kind of how I found out about Wall Street Oasis. And then I decided that it was a good fit for me and it was going to put me in. I wanted to hold no bars and put myself in absolutely the best possible situation just to maximize my chances of getting the offer I wanted to get. So I think that Wall Street Oasis really did that for me.
So you kind of came in sophomore year, and for some people, they'd argue, even us, we'd argue it's a little bit like late to know, like not having the finance internship, all that stuff. So you're kind of coming in, you're learning on the fly a little bit. In the program, I assume you did the resume review out the gate. How else did you leverage us? Was it like mostly coursework, or did you come to any boot camps, any of that stuff?
Yeah, I did one of the boot camps, and I think the way I leveraged Wall Street Oasis most was definitely just talking to the mentors and like asking about just like small little details. Like I remember one of the things I think that set me apart in my super day was that I wrote handwritten letters to the interviewers like afterwards, and I handed them in, and I got like good, pretty positive feedback on that, and that was something that had like been said to me before, but I didn't really kind of, I guess, believe it until I spoke to some of the mentors and they said, like, yeah, like that's a very good idea. You should definitely do that.
That's cool. Yeah. And talk to me a little bit about just like the numbers and in terms of like networking. And then, yeah, let's start with networking. So did you start kind of ramping that up late freshman year, or was it really fall sophomore year, kind of when you were on campus, busy with classes? Did you like how many firms or people was it like 20 people, 50 people? What would you say is like the range?
Yeah, I think I talked to probably in the range of like 60 to 70 people total. And it was all my sophomore fall and sophomore spring. But yeah, I don't know. I guess like firm wise, my strategy, like especially coming from Villanova, like a non-target, was that certain banks like BMO and MUFG are like they do interviews on campus, and like also like the balls brackets like will take a few kids every year. So my whole strategy was okay, like if most kids at Villanova are going to target these banks, then I'm doing myself a favor if I target banks like the elite boutiques, which not as many Villanova kids are going to target. And I think that that worked out well for me in the end.